Welcome to the Revolution Dentistry Podcast.
Welcome to another short episode of the Revolution Dentistry Podcast. Okay, we're here today with a very special guest, Dr. AJ from Rising Tide. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We actually had a couple of other of your partners on here not too long ago who are also from Rising Tide. All right, and it's an incredible dentist-owned, dentist-led group that is just revolutionizing the industry, which we love revolutionizing here. So if you could explain to us a little bit about what you guys have had going on over the past few months since your last partner came on a few months ago, and if you could just kind of briefly explain what Rising Tide is all about to our guests.
Sure. So I am Dr. AJ Leonetti. I am CEO and founder of Rising Tide Dental Partners, and we closed and formed on January 3rd. With a $100 million valuation.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so we're a very unique group. We have 17 founder doctors, and about over 20 or so months we came together and formed a doctor-led organization where it's a doctor board, doctors make all the decisions. Each founder is on subcommittees to make clinical decisions and procurement decisions, and so all doctors have the say in every pretty much decision that we make.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so it's a cool opportunity. It's a unique thing that's giving the power back to dentists.
No, I mean, it sounds like it.
So what would you say are some of the advantages of being a part of a platform such as Rising Tides instead of owning just a bunch of practices individually?
So, we have a great support system. So we have a management team. So we have a management team that will come in and help you run your day-to-day, and then there's economies of scale, right? So at 27 locations, and we're adding another 10 more this year, we get significantly better supply costs, Invisalign costs, implant costs, everything that you could use, we get it better pretty much.
Better procurement.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I feel like there aren't a whole lot of groups out there that are doing what you guys are doing, if not any. I don't think I've heard of any quite doing it like you guys are doing it. It's a pretty unique
Yeah.
Pretty unique
Definitely
model.
A unique model that we
so
have
how
going
have
on,
you noticed the dentists who have joined your group enjoying or experiencing being a part of it so far?
Yeah, so, I think they've really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Again, we're a group that everyone has a voice.
Right.
So, if there is a new product someone wants to try or, a new endo system, it goes to the group, everyone talks about it, and we make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a private equity overlord because we're bank financed. The doctors make all the decisions here.
Okay, so you're saying private equity isn't pulling your strings.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're not the puppeteer.
They're not the puppeteer.
You guys are the ones in control.
We're in full control,
And that's
yeah.
the beauty of the bank financing piece, right? Because banks, they don't do that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
So leveraging it that way, I think, is genius so that dentists can maintain control of what they're doing, right? And also the revenue piece.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more revenue in it for you guys, which is where we want it to stay, in the hands of dentists.
Exactly.
So we're passionate about keeping the industry in the hands of dentists here at Revolution Dentistry. And so whenever we come across people like Dr. AJ here, they are revolutionizing the industry by helping dentistry stay in the hands of dentists like we like to see. So there's been quite, I guess you could say, a big announcement made or about to be made, right?
Correct.
For Rising Tide Implant Centers, okay? So as we all know, implants and All on X are an incredible source of revenue for dental practices, especially general dentistry practices when you combine the both of them. So what is Rising Tide Implant Centers and how is it going to help your group and the dentists within grow?
Yeah, so this is also a very unique model. So we're launching Rising Tide Implant Centers, which is a separate company that the doctors in Rising Tide own, and it is a bolt-on that we put onto our practices that does an all-on-X component. So, and it does the all-on-X marketing. It does, we bring in surgeons if you don't have a surgeon. Again, we do the management if you don't have the management, and, it's changing the industry because, we're attaching to GP practices that want to bring this in to their locations.
Okay, so you're saying that in addition to the management piece of the general dentistry side of things, for practices in your organization that don't have All on X or implant services, then Rising Tide Implant Centers will then go in and add an entire implant center within that practice, which does all of those components, the marketing, the staffing,
Yep.
right? If the practice doesn't have a dentist in it currently that is capable of doing All on X or implants,
Yeah.
then you guys are providing that surgeon and that staff.
Exactly. And then if you have a doctor that's doing implants but wants to learn more, we have an institute where we're teaching people how to do these all-on-X cases, training doctors how to do this so that they can, if they want to do it, it's their choice and we'll help them get there.
Okay, that's incredible. So then you have institutes, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay, available for dentists within your network
Yeah.
to be able to do these surgeries themselves if they want to learn.
Exactly, yep.
Okay, so that's spectacular. And, it feels like Rising Tide is on the cutting edge of the industry with all of these offers.
Yeah, we're big on innovation and growing. Our goal is between Rising Tide Implant Centers and Rising Tide Dental Partners that, by the end of 2026, we'll be valued at close to $1 billion company. And we're doing that by having good leadership, staying innovative in the markets and technology, and we're 3D printing. We are using different implant systems. We're always trying to innovate in the industry to continue to grow. And then again, our other part is like lifting up our doctors, right? So we want even younger doctors to teach them to be entrepreneurial, teach them how to run practices, teach them how to grow, so that we keep dentistry in the hands of dentists.
Right.
And we do what's best for patients, because that's our biggest thing is, making sure patients are getting the best care, but also that the doctors are able to have autonomy and control a little bit of the situation so that, they're not just a cog in the wheel, they're not just someone drilling and filling.
Right. And I love that because I think mentorship is super important in dentistry. Being able to sort of pick up where somebody left off is huge. So with that being said, if a dentist was looking to maybe join a platform or bolt on an implant center to their practice, what advice would you give to them before they can start?
I would just say, do some research, reach out to us, ask us some questions, and we can help you any way you want to go. If you want to, add a bolt-on, we can have that. If you want to join a platform, we can teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
We're all about helping dentists and growing the profession. So
Sounds like you got a bit of everything. It sounds like you have something for every single kind of dentist out there. Like you mentioned, the younger dentist looking to learn, looking to not only learn all on X through your implant centers, but also maybe the business component of things, right? And becoming a part of a group of dentists that are, innovation and growth minded, and also dentists who maybe have been in the game a while and they're looking for like a strategic exit, or just becoming a part of something that helps their practice be worth so much more.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think that there's something there that you guys are doing for everybody, which is spectacular.
Yeah, it's like 3 phases. We have your dentist out of school that needs mentorship and wants to learn growth. We have your middle, of your career dentist who wants some help managing or has hit a plateau and needs to get to the next level. And then we have your older dentist that's looking for a good exit but keeps his legacy alive, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Okay, so legacy is important for you guys.
Of course, yeah.
I love it.
That's
I
what
love
we're
it.
trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on this special short episode of the Revolution Dentistry podcast. We're number one in all things practice ownership and implant dentistry, and we will see you next time.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks.
You killed it.
Appreciate it.
You killed that.